What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com. Let's talk the first of two Monday Night Football games. It is the Bucs and the Ravens. Everything we do, absolutely free. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate it. All you guys getting all of the goods all year long here on the channel. We got 3.5 on the line. That's pretty much what we're seeing across the industry right now. 50 is pretty much what we're seeing from a total aspect across the industry right now. A rogue 49.5 still available if you're looking to play the over. So as always, shop around, but pretty much 50 everywhere we look. This is up from 48.5. Whenever this thing opened, I threw a little piece of 48.5 over into the account when it opened. I saw two different teams that might be able to move the ball a decent amount on the other. So I think there might be some points in this one. 50's starting to get to where we're going to pump the brakes a little bit. Certainly 51 is where we complete cutoff there if we did want to play the total. What are we going to get out of this game? And so you take a look in Baltimore, if you look at the surface level stats on this team, advanced level stats on this team, everything, if you want to go in, it looks like a really good team here in the short season. And what we're getting is an offense that's humming pretty well, despite the fact that they don't have really like a stud receiver. Zay Flowers, certainly their number one receiver target hog that they have there, but nobody that we're, jumping up and down and be like, let's throw him in the top 10 receivers list or anything. If there is a weakness to this team, it's through the air. And you can actually see this in the stats when you dig in. And their pass defense on an EPA per play basis is down at 27th. If you look at their pass defense success rate, that is down at 23rd. And so enroll the Bucs to town with Baker Mayfield, who's healthy and playing great. And then if you look over here on this injury report, and we'll start with the Bucs, and the only real injury of note is Jamel Dean, who is going to be out for them. But, look, Durham's not doing anything at the tight end position. That doesn't really matter. Palmer's going to play. He cleared concussion protocol. They just list as questionable because, if he woke up with symptoms or something like that. But, you can see 2 full practices. He cleared protocol. Palmer's going to play. Rashad White's going to play. You can see he gets the full practice in there on Saturday. Vita Vea, this was a precautionary DNP just because he felt a tight hamstring. He's going to play as well. So actually a pretty good injury report over on the Bucs side of things. Ravens, same deal. Only really nobody other than Broderick Washington, who is a starting defensive end for them. But outside of that, all offensive starters good to go for the Ravens, and then just this one, Broderick Washington, not going to play there on the defensive side. So you get this team coming to town here in the Bucs that's catching a hook that can move the ball through the air pretty good. If you look at their pass offense on a success rate basis, they are number one in the entire NFL. They're 7th overall in EPA. If you want to go see what DVOA has to say about them, they're 9th overall DVOA. Like, this pass offense is moving. And the thing about this Bucs team is they're good as long as they're healthy. Like, they're actually a pretty good team as long as they're healthy. It's just they got some old dudes. They get nicked up. You could see Mike Evans was on that injury report, which I was a little worried about. And then he comes out and practices, and they basically were saying that these were just precautionary days for him as well. He's Mike Evans. He's a vet. He doesn't need to practice if he feels something in his hamstring. And so comes out limited practice, but they say he's going to go. So pretty much a full strength team here in the Bucs. And so the 3.5 in the Bucs is in the account. If something were to happen to where Mike Evans ended up being a last-minute scratch or something like that and didn't play, then obviously that ticket is garbage. He needs to be there. There need to be multiple against this pass defense that can be had. If it's only Chris Godwin, it certainly changes the analysis here on this thing. So Bucs 3.5. I got the over at a better number. Y'all don't care what I got, but that's, it's gone up a full 1.5. So just realize that when I say that I played the over in this one. Over on the prop side of things, I do think, though, if you look on the Tampa defense, that there's going to be some success from Baltimore through the air as well. Derrick Henry will probably always get his. I don't really want to go there because Kalijah Cansey's back on the defensive line for the Bucs. So is Vita Vea. If you look at their overall season statistics, it doesn't look like this run defense is any good, but they were playing a lot of the season without those dudes. And so now that they're back, I'm just kind of forecasting that this run defense is going to be much better. So I'm again, if you look at the stats, you're going to say, oh, no, Matt, they're trash. Why are we not betting Henry props? Well, again, a little misleading because two of their starters on the defensive line weren't there. So I'm going to think that they'll be a little bit better. So not going to run to play Henry, but I think Flowers has a decent game. And if you go look, you can probably find a better number than 62.5. So as always, shop around. This is just what we're finding over on FanDuel. And Flowers has just been a target hog. He's been getting peppered game after game after game, and he is the true wide receiver one for this team. And so you're getting a true wide receiver one in the low 60s in a game that I think there's going to be points. They're going to have to move the ball. If you have to move the ball, you're going to have to pass. It can't be all Derrick Henry. So I took the over on Flowers. I also took the over on Godwin. This was earlier in the week at 71.5. I think you can still find something close to that out there. This was me speculating. Listen, I don't hate the bet now, but I do want to give the rationale behind it, and then we can go from there. When Mike Evans popped up on the injury report, and he was looking like he might not play, then I'm like, okay, well, Chris Godwin all day, right? This Baltimore team could be had through the air. Godwin's going to end up getting, 16, 17 targets in this game, et cetera, et cetera. Well, okay, let's flip that around now. Mike Evans going to play. You can see he's even listed here and all this. So a ticket I can't get out of is Godwin. That said, I don't hate it. I still believe that Godwin might be slowly kind of taking away the full-on lock from Mike Evans as wide receiver one, and it's kind of Baker looks them as just more kind of 1A, 1B type deal. And you can see just the way that Godwin has performed so far this season and how they're using him, specifically in the red zone too. I mean, like Baker's looking his way to score touchdowns too. So if you're making the same game parlay, you wanted to include Godwin in that, I think that that's something that you could do. I just wanted to point out that ticket is in the account. It is less appealing a little bit to me than it was before, but I don't hate it with Chris Godwin. So Godwin over, Flowers over, and then got the side here at 3.5, and then got the total again at a lower number, but 50 is playable. 51, we would cut it off at 51 if we wanted to go there. So that's kind of how I'm playing this one. I think we'll get a pretty decent fun game here in this one with both teams moving the ball. And if I'm catching over a field goal with the Bucs, if I'm getting on the other side there, I think because of the pass offense that they have comparatively to the pass defense that the Ravens have, that they're always going to be live until we get way late in the fourth quarter to cover this backdoor number with the hook that we're getting on the 3.5. So non-zero chance I think they win this outright, but certainly a chance I think that the 3.5 is wide open for us there. So I'm playing this one tonight. Should be a super, super fun game and a very telling game. I think that NFC South is super wide open, and we're starting to see life in the north there from the Bengals. So could they come challenge Baltimore? What's going on there? So really, really fun game to see what happens here on a Monday night. Guys, everything we do, absolutely free. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Let us know what's on your mind with this game. Upper right-hand corner, this is the Discord over on thelines.com. That is free as well. You can see it's bright and early here on a Monday. We already have 152 people in there chatting. This gets way bigger than that the closer we get to games. So go in, take advantage of that, see what everyone else is playing. And maybe there's something in there that you want to put in your account as well. As always, guys, good luck on all your Monday Night Football bets.